Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you can see by the title of this video, we're actually going to try to do our handyman thing and assemble some furniture today. So this is a vanity that I purchased from Amazon, and it was delivered in this big massive box. And so now I'm going to dig in and see what I have to work with. According to the reviews that I saw on this vanity on Amazon, after looking at several vanities, this one was one of the easier ones to put together because the majority of it is assembled, so everything else is easy, and that works for me. So I am actually going to get the legs out first because those are kind of a DIY situation for me with this project. The legs are like a wood, almost I guess like oak color, and I wanted to kind of glam it up a little bit as far as the vanity, so I'm going to spray paint them. So once I get them all out, I'm going to go ahead and spray paint the legs. I'm going to actually be using a metallic spray paint by Crayon. Is it Crayon? Krylon? Whatever. I don't know how to pronounce it, but y'all know what I mean. Now this, I took them outside, of course, to spray paint. And they are, it's a quick dry spray paint, which is good. So it doesn't take all day. I did do a few coats, of course, to get the color to be as gold as I would like it to be. And as you can see, it's more like a, I don't know, I call it a bronzy gold or an antique gold versus a yellow gold. And now I'm getting ready to make sure I have everything together as far as my tools so that I can begin the assembly process. And then me and my daughter carried the box up the stairs. Now you can, to save your back, carry it up in pieces. Now this is my bedroom, and this is what is currently in the place of where I'm going to be putting the vanity. So it's a console table and a picture on the wall. So I'm going to just be moving all of this, and the vanity is a tiny bit shorter, so therefore I won't have this issue right here, as you see that the door can't completely open. Again, here are the legs inside, and so you can see a better view of the color that they are, and again, they are completely dry. So I unpacked the mirror, so this is what the mirror looks like. It does come with bulbs that you can insert into the mirror individually. And I was wondering why it wasn't moving when I was trying to lift it up out of the box. And that's because the plug or the outlet for the mirror was tucked inside of the back of the table portion of the vanity for protection. So then I'm like, where are the light bulbs? They're supposed to come with light bulbs, and I didn't see any in the box. So then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? If the cord was in the drawer or in the back part of the vanity, then maybe the bulbs are in there. And yeah, they were. So kind of good to know. And then, of course, I had to make sure that all of the pieces were included in the box, because there's nothing like trying to do an assembly and you're halfway through and you're missing pieces. So now I have my comfy clothes on and I am getting ready to start. Of course, the easiest and first part of the assembly process for this is the legs. So I'm going to be attaching the feet of the legs. And the good thing about these is that they are adjustable. So when you insert them or you screw them in, you can screw them in as far in as you want. If you want to adjust the height of the vanity. So for me, I just went ahead and pushed them all the way in. And then the next stage is then attaching them to the vanity, to the bottom of the vanity. But before you do that, you have to add in the plates that you're going to screw down onto the vanity table to insert the legs. Now this part is fine. It's just that you have to line up the holes. So you got to figure out which way you need to turn everything. And in the process, as you can see, you kind of start to make scratches. Now, good thing is this is on the bottom side of the table, but still, you end up scratching it up, moving that metal piece around, trying to get it situated, get the holes situated. So you also want to make sure your power drill, you will need a power drill, and you'll see why in a second, not just for a speedier process, but also just because it just won't work without one. But unlike me, you want to make sure that it's fully charged, because yes, right here, I tried to use a regular screwdriver and that wasn't working. So while I had to wait for my electric screwdriver to charge, I went ahead and was looking over the mirror. So here I'm just showing you guys that it does have 6 individual areas for bulbs. It also has a dial for the purposes of dimming the lights. There's 2 USB ports as well as an electrical outlet. So very convenient. So of course, once I got my electrical drill completely charged, I was able to finish this process here, which is attaching the legs to the bottom of the console. Now we have the entire thing standing on all fours. It's sturdy enough. And as you can see, like I said, the drawers and everything are already assembled into the tabletop, I guess is what you call it, of the vanity. And all I have to do is attach the mirror now. So you have to put these little plugs in to that area, and then you basically just sit the mirror on top of those, and then you'll have to use 2 screws at the bottom to make it sure it's securely in place. Now, as you can see, you can also attach this mirror directly to your wall. So you see the 2 hanging fixtures already in place on there, so you can attach it to the wall instead of attaching it to the tabletop if you like. So this is me sitting at the vanity just to see how, the height of it, make sure my head isn't getting chopped off at the top. For reference, I am 5'7", so you get a lot of space. This is also me sitting on a stool, and I wanted to see if my legs would be too high on the, at the bottom, and if I was going to have enough room to move, and if the drawers were going to come out, or if my legs were going to be in the way. And that's with me sitting on a vanity stool. So then I go ahead and pull up a chair, and now this is the infamous acrylic chair from IKEA. I go ahead, it's currently at my desk now, but I wanted to just use it to see if I could put a chair up there and how the spacing would be. And as you can see, I still have a lot of room as far as getting my head into the shot of the mirror, as well as I have even more leg room between the drawer and my legs, and there's no obstruction with opening and closing the drawers. So yeah, have a lot of room. I like the fact, okay, so here, I'm sorry, before I get into that, I'm measuring I guess the depth of the vanity tabletop, as well as the length or the width of it. Just because, again, I want to make sure that it'll fit in that space in my room. I'm also measuring the width of the mirror, the top portion of the mirror, as you can see there. And then I'm going to measure it from the top of the mirror all the way down to the floor. And that is for the purposes of just knowing how high it's going to sit up on my wall.
You guys, okay, so if you see over here, this is the space I was talking about earlier in the video that I showed you that had the little console table, the mirrored one, and the Audrey Hepburn picture over top. I took that down, and of course took the stand away, so it's in the other room. And so now it's just, that's where I was gonna place the new vanity. But of course, it's like I gotta vacuum and clean up and everything, because that vanity was here for like some years. Not vanity, that stank table was here for some years. So and it's just a lot of dust and everything that has collected, so I gotta vacuum and clean and everything like that. Of course, you know how we are once we get in a cleaning mood, we just want to clean up everything. So I'm going to be cleaning my entire room and all of that stuff. But on the wall, I wanted to say on the wall in that area, this is just all the stuff that came off the console, but on the wall in that blank space, I'm going to put I'm not going to put any pictures up. I'm going to actually put these floating shelves. Now this I actually got from, as you can see, I got it from Ross. My girl Kiki got me in Ross. Again, I was doing really good not going in Ross, and now because of her videos, I'm always in the Ross. But shout out to her because I got some good deals. So this is a floating shelf. They only had one, which I need to go see if I can find another one. But this is a floating shelf. It was $12.99. It has the gold brackets and everything, and I just need to, I'm gonna hang it. And this is actually a very long one. I think it's about 22 inches, I want to say, wide or long, however you want to say it. But so I was going to put this on the wall, hang it on the wall above the vanity mirror. I showed you guys the measurements of the vanity, but I'm about to measure the wall so I can see exactly where it's going to stop. The top of the mirror is going to stop, and then I'm going to go a few inches above that and hang that vanity. So I'm going to actually go ahead and put the vanity in place for, I mean, not the vanity, the the floating shelf. I'm actually going to put that, get that hung up first, of course, while the thing is not here. So I'm glad I did take the measurement, because I can measure, I can measure how far up it goes, and then I'll go up a few inches above that to hang the shelf, and then hopefully leave enough space so that when I get another shelf, I can just put it right on top, with, you know, some distance between the two, so that way it's not bunched up and I can fit everything that I want to fit. So guys, so I am in no way, shape, or form a professional as far as like hanging things and all that good stuff. But I just, I decided I was going to go ahead and use the wall anchor thingies, because I don't have a stud finder, and so I'm going to try to use the heavy duty like wall, well, this is not even technically heavy duty, but the wall anchors. So I did use the drill bit and drilled in the holes. So I kind of did my measurements and markings so I can make sure that it's where I need it to be. So I'm scared. I'm terrified at what is going to be the outcome. Okay, you guys, so I got everything up. As you can see, I don't know why I wasn't realizing how far out this comes from the wall as far as the depth. It's not really that bad in regards to space as far as walking. Also, of course, I'll definitely be using the stool because it's easier for storage purposes, meaning I can just slide it up under there and don't have to worry about the back of a chair or anything taking up my walking space. So we're trying out these light bulbs. These are the bulbs that come with the vanity, but based on the reviews, a lot of people were saying that the light bulbs aren't that bright. Then I decided to find some. I went on Amazon again because I was like, do I want white bulbs or do I want like clear bulbs, you know, for that Hollywood vanity look? So I decided to order some other ones that have a clear bulb, and these are 5000K as well. And now these are supposed to go up to I can't remember based on the reviews. I want to say they go up to 5000 or 4000 as far as the brightness or whatever. But again, I'm gonna test them all and see which ones I want to keep, because of course I'm not keeping all of these. I mean, I'll keep these because they came with the vanity, but as far as one of these two, one of them will go back to Amazon. So I just have to see. So that's what we're getting ready to do now, is test out which bulbs will be the keeper. Okay, so just from the start, I already am liking the clear bulb, even though I haven't even turned them on yet. But I just like the fact that it's clear, versus of course when the lights are off, it just gives that white, you know, these white bulbs sticking out. So I only just put one of each, and now these are really small, and I also don't like the fact that you can see this, you know, like this bulb is bigger as far as in the, I guess what, the diameter, it's bigger, but I like the fact that it's clear. It just makes it look more, I don't know, this white just, I don't know, this white to me just makes it look kind of, I don't know, juvenile, yet also I don't know, I just like the clear better. So already I'm liking the clear bulb. Again, this is the one that came with the vanity, and then these are the ones that I purchased separately. Now the other frosted ones that I purchased from Amazon are bigger as well. So I will show you that really quick. As you can see, and that's the other thing too, that I like this vanity over the other ones that I was looking at getting, because you can replace the bulbs as needed. You can change them out. You can put any bulbs you want to in them. And so I wanted something like that, because all the other vanity mirrors and sets that I saw had the built-in ones. So therefore, if it goes out, it goes out, and then you'll have to completely replace the mirror.
versus just going in and replacing a bulb. So I like that I can just replace the bulbs when I need to. But as you can see, this is the ones that come with the Vanity. It's smaller. This is in it, you know, it just sticks out. It just sticks out. And then this is the one that I bought on my own from Amazon. And as you can see, it goes in a little bit more, so it's not sticking out and protruding out as much. So I already just know that this is not going to be a keeper because I just don't like how it looks anyway. But this definitely is, it goes in more, and so it's not protruding out as much. And then of course this one, you don't even have any type of, you know, you don't have that white or whatever around the bottom. It just is nice and flush up against there and just looks a lot cleaner and neater. Okay, so I have 3 of each. 3 on one side of the frosted and 3 on the other side. Excuse the background and all my mess. Like I said, I gotta clean up, but I wanted to get this kind of done. All right, so let's try this out. I've turned off my overhead light, which I have recessed lighting up there, and again, as you can see, it is like warm tone, so I just want to make sure I'm getting the best lighting. I'm gonna open up my blinds to get some natural daylight in so that you guys can see. All right, so let's turn this joker on. All right, so first of all, that one, as you saw, took a minute to cut on. I don't know what that's about, but sure. It took a minute to actually cut on. And then here is the, let me turn my TV on mute because I also heard reviews about how there's a humming sound when you have the, when you don't have the light turned all the way up. So I wanted to see if I hear anything. But I also read on the website that they, on Amazon, under the, you know, information about the Vanity, that they actually fixed that. So they were like, oh, we have some improvements to it. It doesn't make that noise anymore, whatever. But this is at full, I'm gonna sit down at it. This is at full, or the highest, you know, it's raised all the way up. The lighting is raised all the way up. And actually, to be honest with you, I like both of the bulbs. Believe it or not, I like both of them. Now, of course, this is more like direct because it's clear bulb, so it's definitely more whatever. But let me close the blinds just too, because it's not always going to be daylight when you put your makeup on, right? All right, so now you can see the difference in the, you know, the lighting, how the type of lighting, how it gives off. And like I said, I personally like them both. It's kind of like when you don't want too harsh, you can put on the white ones. But I mean, I'm not gonna be running around here switching bulbs every 2 seconds either. So it's just kind of like good to know that, you know, if I want to switch from one to the other, I can. Hold on, let me, so when I flip, so let me do that, but let me tone it down a little. These bulbs, these frosted bulbs are like funny because these clear bulbs are like not missing a beat. Like as soon as I turn them down and everything, they go down. Like you guys saw when I turned them on, they came right on. These were delayed. Turning them down, they're flickering, and I'm gonna show you guys that. It's looking a mess right now. I'm looking a mess, but okay. But if you can tell, they're flickering, but let me show you. So if I'm turning them down, this is them turned down. You see the delay? You saw that? And then I turn them all the way up. I start to turn them down a little. And I don't know if you can tell, but that top one, all of them actually are flickering, like, and these aren't doing anything. They're not missing a beat. They are just like, whatever you want, sis. Now, when you turn them on, it is like a kind of a delay when you initially turn the knob on. Like they both don't immediately come on. But that's because it's all the way down anyway. When you first turn it on, it's going to be all the way at the lowest anyway until you start turning the knob. And as you turn the knob, see, this is like, look at this. Those aren't even on yet. They still aren't on yet. Like, that's crazy. And now I've turned these all the way up. Those still have not turned on.
Not all the way up, but halfway up. And now they're all the way up, and then those come on. So you see that? And then turn it down some more, and then you see the flickering. And it stays flickering the whole time. These are not missing a beat. They're perfectly fine. Turn it down some more. Now it stops flickering. So it's like, it seems like it doesn't like to be in that middle area where it's not all the way up, but it's not low. When it's in the middle, it doesn't seem to like that. That's when it's doing the flickering. Yep, so the clear bulbs are here for the win. They're here to stay, and I'm gonna send these back. Like I said, these are good. I just think in this, they don't really work that well for whatever reason. And I think it may be because of the dimmer switch. I mean, maybe these just are the type that, you know, they're good for three-way light bulbs, or for something that you just slide down and up, or I don't know. But for whatever reason, there's a delay with those. But I'm gonna turn it completely off, and then I'm gonna try it one more time, turning it on. Now it's on low, so neither one of them are gonna come on, because when you initially click it on and don't really do any additional winding, it's just on. I mean, it's just like you turned them off without turning the switch off. Now start raising it up. I must didn't. Yeah, I start raising it up, and as you can see, these are on. These are not on. And when I raise it up, I raise it on like slightly. I didn't even really raise it to like low. It's just kind of like dim. Now raising it up to like low light. Those still have not turned on. They're like, huh? What you say? We still sleep, girl. What you talking about? Okay, so now turn it on to medium. Now it's not a medium technically. Like, as I'm turning it, I'm just turning it. Like, it's just, it just will raise up. There's not like clicks to let you know, okay, low, medium, high. Like, no, it's just, you just turn until, you know, it goes up. These damn things are still not on, and it's already, you know, midway. So now turn it all the way up, and that's when those want to wake up. As you can see, the USB, I plugged everything in, so now the USB, you see the green light, so these are active and working. The outlet is working. So I'm gonna switch them all to the clear, and then I will come back and show you guys what that looks like. So let's try this again. Maybe it was just that side. Maybe that side has a short in it or something. So I want to see, to make sure that both sides just click on and do what they're supposed to do. All right, so I just clicked it on, just to click it on. Turning it up. And there they go. As you saw, that side was a little slow, so maybe it's not the bulbs, those frosted bulbs. Maybe it's just this side of the vanity that's just a little bit, you know, delayed. But they're not flickering at the halfway point, so they still, for me, they still beat out the frosted ones because they're not flickering at the halfway point like the other ones were. And then go up a little bit more. Still no flickering, moving, what do I want to call it? Moving in sync. They're in sync. And then at the highest point, boom. And they look good. So there it is, you guys. Here's the lighting. Definitely gives that natural light, which is what we want for makeup. And I love it. So now I'm going to set everything up how I want it, and so you guys will see that.
Okay, you guys, so I decided to get some contact paper to lay on the table part of the vanity because it does get scratched up and will also easily stain. So I went ahead and purchased some contact paper from Amazon, of course, and I got some that was glossy and had a little bit of glitter in it. In addition, I also went ahead and found an additional like little stand because I wanted something that would fit next to the vanity to carry my overflow of makeup products, because with the drawer only having with the vanity only having 2 drawers, and I didn't want to overcrowd the top portion of my vanity. I wanted something next to it that wouldn't be too bulky and too heavy and would also still allow me to open the door, you know, and not interfere with the door opening. So I went ahead and purchased this stand from Ross. It's actually like they call it a spa caddy. So it's actually something you can put in your bathroom. But I liked it because it was just the right size, not too bulky or anything like that. And it's kind of like a pewter color. So of course, I went ahead and purchased some more spray paint. This time I did purchase a spray paint that was more of a yellow gold color, which is actually the color I wanted the legs of the vanity to be. So, but yeah, so I went ahead and spray painted it. I believe this vanity, if you saw in the price, excuse me, the price tag, I believe it was what, $17 or something like that. And again, I thought it was better than getting those like rubber bins that's sitting on the wheels. Because I just, like I said, I didn't want anything too bulky. I don't want something to have a lot of space. I just wanted something that was just enough. So height wise, width wise, and everything, it was perfect. So here it is. Again, you can see the difference in the coloring from the legs of the vanity and the color of this tower little tray here. So yeah, it looks really good. Again, I just spray painted it. I let it sit outside for about an hour, actually about 2 hours, even though it is again a quick spray paint. Doesn't take too long to dry. And it's also not too strong as far as the fumes and things. So it's ready to go, and I'm going to go ahead and again put excess makeup in it, and maybe even some beauty products and things, since I can also do my hair while I'm at my vanity, since it does have the outlet, so I can plug in my flat irons or my curling wand or whatever the case may be. So it'll just depend on what what things I end up carrying over into the tower. And I'm going to get some type of like little storage trays or something like that to add to it. For the past 4 weekends, every weekend spending money. I blame Kiki L. I will leave her channel, link to her channel below, because she is like the Ross, Dollar Tree, Dollar General queen. The queen. I have dubbed her the queen. This video is on some things that I needed to reorganize my bedroom, because now that I have the vanity and I'm trying to clear off my dresser and make it more, like take up, just organize. I'm doing reorganization going on in here. I got some reorganization going on. So I got some stuff from Ross. I got these coasters. These are marble coasters, and they are like real marble. So it says they're real marble. And so there's 4 of them. This is really heavy too. And they were $5.99, and you get 4 of them, and they have the little things on the bottom to keep them from like scratching up the surfaces. So I got these. These are not, no, they're not for my bedroom, but I had them, so I just wanted to show them to you. But I probably might keep one in my bedroom, and then the rest downstairs. But I also got these. Now this is not from Ross, so I don't know why I'm throwing this in there, but that's because the bag is right here. I got these from Walmart, and I thought they were super cute. They were only like $1 some change, and they're coasters. And I like this one because it just reminds me of like artwork. And then I have this one. So I don't know, maybe these will stay upstairs, and then the marble ones will go downstairs, but whatever. Another thing I got was this jar. It's a glass jar, and it has the cotton rounds, the makeup remover rounds in them, and it's I think 100 of them in here, and it was $9.99. So I got that to sit on my dresser or on my vanity. I got this tray, which is like a cream color, and it has like the crocodile print or the alligator print, and then it has these little gold handles on it, and it's a smaller tray. They had a bigger one, but I got this size. This one was $9.99. I'm thinking about sitting it on my dresser, because again, I'm trying to clear my dresser off from all my personal items and just make it look more decorative. If I bent over, you probably could see it in the background. It's just like hair products of everything, and it just looked like a cluttered mess. So this is another thing I got, and it's like a little yogi person, a woman, and it was $6.99. And I have a lot of things like this all over my house, because for me, like I have the Buddhas and the monks and stuff like that, because for me, it's not about the religious aspect. It's more about the symbolism. It's more about what it represents. And it just, to me, represents like peace and restoration and focus and meditation, and anything relaxing is like, that's what I want my home to be. So I always get like little things like this. When you go to Ross and you see things, you get them. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Because Ross is like going to, I don't even know, the thrift store or something. It's like they only have one of them. A lot of times you're only gonna see one of that item. And nine times out of 10, when you go back to the Ross, or sometimes it's Marshall, sometimes it's Home Goods, but when you go back, or even TJ Maxx, you won't find it again. Okay, so I have another statue. Told y'all. This is like a, here. I got this one, and it's like a cream color. I'm trying to, yeah, so the lighting can be right. Okay, so it's like a cream color. It has like some browns in it. So nothing is like white, because I don't know if you can tell, my room is more like neutrals, but there's nothing really white in it. This was $9.99, no, $10.99. And again, it's another something for me to sit either on my dresser, on one of these trays, on my nightstand. I don't know, but yeah, we're gonna figure that out. So when I picked up that the little Buddha statue, when I picked this up, I had picked it up because I was putting it on a tray, on a different tray, which I'm getting ready to show you guys. But then I also got, you know, this big lotus flower, which is a candle holder, because this holds a candle. But it's like a big lotus flower, and it's silver, but it's not silver. It's almost like, it's a little darker. This was $6.99. And I'm gonna show you guys what I got that I was gonna put it on. But here's the tray. This is a tray, and again, it's just like that other tray as far as like that whole crocodile print. Let's just call it lizard print. It's a lizard print, okay? And then I loved these handles. Like, they're so thick and they're chrome. Now I can do the thing about in my room, I can go silver, I can go gold, I can combine it. Like, I have silver on one side of the room, gold on one side of the room. So I can do that in my room. So that's why I got these with the silver accents and the silver thing. So, and then this is kind of like a, I want to say this is like a, it's not really copper. It's like a gold, but like an antique gold or something. It's not like yellow gold, I'll say that. It's more beigey kind of gold. This was $9.99, and it is bigger than, of course, the other tray. Let me show you. Even though the other tray was what, the same price? Look at the size difference. But yet they're the same price. Now I did not get these at the same time. Let me correct some things. Some of this stuff I got last weekend, and some of this stuff I got this weekend. So I just want to say that. So this one I got last weekend, this one I got today. But they're the same price, but completely different sizes. Like, that irritates me now, because it's like, this should not have been $9.99. It should have been like $6.99. So what I do is, like I said, when I'm in the stores, I like set up the whole little thing. Like, I'm gonna insert some pictures of things that I do when I'm in the Ross. Like, I set up I just set up stuff, and sometimes I'm not even setting it up for like, so this would be nice in my, on my dresser. I saw this, and I thought this was cute, because this could be cute in your kitchen. It can be cute on your dining room table. It can be cute on your entertainment stand. It can be cute on your dresser. So I just thought it was cute. It has gold legs, and so it sits up like a pedestal kind of situation. And it was $15.99. And it says it's food safe. So again, you can use this for food. I'm not gonna use it for food, I don't think. I mean, I could put this in my kitchen. I could put it on my kitchen island. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for yet, but I got it because I could not get it. I could not get it. Like, the last thing I got, which again is not
to necessarily go on my dresser. It's for probably, I'm probably gonna end up putting it in my spare bedroom on the bookcase. I have a bookcase in there and I think it'll look pretty up there because it definitely is something that's supposed to be on display, not hidden away. It's this trunk, if I can get it. This is the back of the trunk. I don't know why I'm showing y'all the back of the trunk, but this is the back of the trunk. The side, the front, the other side. It locks, or it has a locking mechanism, and then it opens. And I thought this was, me and my mom saw, we were together, me and my mom's with me this time, and it was $15.99, I believe. Yeah, it was $15.99, and it's definitely a decent size. It's not like a mini trunk, like a makeup trunk. It's like, as you can see, it's kind of long. I can take the measurements, but it's like a velour. It's a velour feel to it. It's a velour feel to it, and it's of course the gold trim. And I just thought this was so cute. Like this, you can put anything here. You can store whatever you want in here. You can store hair in here. Okay. You can store your hair in here. You can store your bundles in here. You can store your waist fronts in here. And at least it's in a classier space than sitting on like your shelf inside of the little, inside of the little satin bags. You can just dump them all in here, right? Guys, so here is a look at the vanity, and all put together. I wanted it to like not be cluttered and overcrowded and everything. I want to be able to sit at my vanity and actually be able to have room to do my makeup and not just have stuff all in the way. So for the most part, it's good to go. This little vanity tray here, like perfume type tray, I just put the perfumes on it that I don't really frequently wear, and of course trying to keep with the whole gold and black little situation, the little decor situation I got going on. So I try to just keep that there just for looks. Yeah, just for looks for the most part. And things that I'm not gonna constantly touch. But yeah, there it is. That's everything. This is my watch. Not this watch, but this is my watch. But it's not gonna stay there. It's just there because I gotta remember to take it to the store, to the mall to get a new battery. And here is the floating shelf over top of the vanity. And if you guys, I don't know if I have clips or pictures, but in the pictures you will see it was slightly different at first as far as what was sitting up here. I always had flowers up here, but they were in a vase, and what was right here was, no, the flowers were here, and then what was here was another little small vanity stand, not vanity, but like tray, and it had like some perfumes on it. But I took that down once this came, and this is a statue. I'm gonna take it down so you guys can see it a little bit better. It's this little statue that I got, and it was originally gonna go on my dresser, but it just did not work on my dresser. It did not work at all on my dresser. I took the flowers out of the vase because it was like the height thing, the whole height thing, like you try to keep a certain you try to keep a certain kind of balance, and it just was like not working. It was getting all, it was like almost the same height as a statue, so it just wasn't working for me. So I ended up taking them out and just laying them down on the vanity. So yeah. I mean on the floating shelf. And then I will show you guys my dresser. So this is how I redid the dresser. Because if you guys saw, I don't know if I took pictures, I think I did, or I put them, insert them or whatever, but it was really cluttered up here with all of my just personal items, lotions, deodorants, all of that stuff that I don't really like sitting out. So I wanted to just like reorganize it and make it more, I don't know, elegant and more like less cluttered and more just kind of like have little things on it. And then I had, this is what was up on the floating shelf with a few perfumes on it. But now I just stuck my little Buddha thing on there. And then I had my perfumes on, I had perfumes in this tray as well. So I still have, I'm going, like I said, as I collect more perfumes, which is coming, I'm gonna have to figure something else out for my perfumes. But for right now, that's the way it is. I do not have a mirror. Most people have a mirror on behind their dresser. I have this mirror here, which is my closet, and then I have a mirror there over my bed, and then I have the mirror there. So I already have enough mirrors. I don't need another mirror. So I decided to just stick some hats up there that I had in my closet, and stick them up there. My mom was like, oh, I remember doing that back in the 70s with my straw hats. So I'm like, okay. This, if you can see any of the like bubbles in the in this, it's because I stuck that, like I said, I stuck that contact paper on there, and I love it because I like that it's shiny, and I like that I can just clean it off with my makeup. But I'm gonna have to just, I'm glad I also have a long enough roll that I can just easily, once this gets nasty enough and I'm tired of looking at it and I can't clean it anymore, I can just rip it off and put some new one down. So that's good. So yeah, so there we have it. That's my vanity. It's in use. It's been in use and I love it.